Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to show you how to achieve this glowy glam makeup look using no foundation at all. So if you guys want to see how I got this look, then just keep on watching. So I already did my brows off camera, so we're going to jump right into it. I'm taking this L'Oreal Pro Glow Concealer in the shade 8 and I'm going to apply that to my lid and blend it out as a base for my shadows. For eyeshadow, we're using the Baby Got Peach by Colourpop, and I'm taking Ochre. It's this orangey brown shade, and you're just going to want to dust that all over the lid and softly diffuse it. Next, I'm going to go in with my bronzer and I'm going to fluff that into the crease just to add more of a neutral brown tone into the look so it's not too reddish orange. And also it ties in with when you put bronzer onto your face. It ties in the whole makeup look. And then I'm going to glaze it. I'm going to spray my brush so that it's sticking to the lid and I'm patting that all over with an eyeshadow brush. So just start in the center of the lid and then build your way out and just curve it to the natural shape of your eye. Now I'm taking Half Baked, which is a deeper brownish red tone, and I'm going to pack that on the outer corner of the lid just to tie in the edges so everything looks seamless. And as you can see, I'm rounding it over the eyelid just to shape the whole look. Next, I'm taking this Milani Holographic Eye Topper, and this is in Luster Lights 01. I'm just patting that over the lid, and guys, this is what's really going to brighten up the eye look and make it really pop. So just take a little bit of that and then spread it all over, and it really sticks and stays all day. I highly recommend that you guys try this because it's like a really good dupe for the Stila shadow things, and it's way cheaper. To finish the eye look, I'm going to take Darlin and I'm going to use that to highlight my brow bone. For the face, I'm going to prime with the NYX Bear With Me Jelly Primer, and this really helps to bring life back to my face and just add in that needed moisture. And then for the pores, I'm taking the Smashbox Pore Primer, and I'm going to apply that to my porous areas and my fine lines. To color correct, I'm going to take the Jouer concealer in the shade Ginger, and this is basically a shade darker than my concealer shade because it leaves an orange hue when I blend it out, and orange helps to cancel out any darkness, so that's why I'm going to spot correct and blend it away. Next, I'm going to take the Milani Conceal and Perfect Concealer in the shade Warm Beige, and I'm going over the same exact areas that we color corrected in. This shade is my skin tone exactly, so now that we're going over the color corrected areas, as you can see, it's going to match my skin beautifully and perfectly. You won't be able to see any darkness underneath the concealer because we have that extra coverage that we just did with the Jouer concealer. So I'm going to blend this all out and you'll be able to see that my skin tone is just going to look super even and natural. Make sure that you guys are really taking the time to blend everything out perfectly because, mind you, we are not using any foundation, so everything needs to look very seamless and flawless. So just really take your time trying to blend away all of that concealer. For cream contour, I'm taking that L'Oreal Pro Glow Concealer again, and I'm just going in my contour areas where I want there to be a little more color. So I'm just going on my cheeks, nose, forehead, and under the jaw, and then I'm going to blend that out very seamlessly with my sponge. If you guys are using a concealer that's like this one, this is a medium sheer concealer. I would recommend to let it sit on the skin for a little bit before you blend it out, otherwise it won't be as pigmented. So as you can see, it's leaving a very nice bronzy look if you do just let it sit for a minute. For blush, I'm taking the Benetint by Benefit, and I freaking love this skin tint. I'm blending it out with a stippling brush, and as you can see, it leaves a very beautiful glowy blush look to the skin, and it just makes the skin look so good. I don't even know how to explain it further, but also adds onto your nose. It gives that cute little sun-kissed effect. Now we're going to set everything. So I'm taking the Dermablend translucent powder and I am packing that under the eye. I'm not baking, you guys. I'm pressing the powder into the skin and setting. And then as you can see, I'm taking the residue from the sponge and just tapping it over the rest of the face. So I'm doing it on the other side, packing, blending it in. And then I'm taking the rest of the residue and just spreading it to the rest of the areas. That way your face isn't too powdery, too dry, because it is going to pick up some of that powder on the sponge and just set the makeup still. Don't think you don't have enough powder on your sponge. I promise this works. So just take the residue and off the sponge and blend it all over the areas. And then I'm taking a brush just to sweep away any extra powder that may be on the face. So now I'm taking the MAC Deep Dark Bronzer and I'm going over the contour areas just to intensify the bronzing effect. And this is a sheer medium powder. It's a skin-like finish, so it goes perfectly with the products that we're using. And what I mean by that is all of these products we're using are medium to sheer, so this is not a full coverage look. This is more to have everything look natural. So these powder products are going to be sheer medium buildable. That's why I love using them, because I can build them to the coverage that I desire. So I hope that helps. For the lower lash line, I'm just going to be doing the same combo that we used on the top of the eye. So I'm starting out with the shade Ochre, and then I'm mostly going to run that along the lower lash line, and then underneath that I'll go with a fluffier brush in the bronzing shade mixed with Ochre. These names are cracking me up. So yeah, I'm just gonna run that under the lash line to diffuse it out more, make it look more soft, and soften up that sharp line, as you can see. And then I'm going in with the shimmer shade that we used on the lid, which was Glaze It. I wanted to do more of that spotlight effect so the eyes can look really beautiful, so I'm centering right where my eye is. That's a little trick. That way it looks super even, and I'm applying that Milani. Is it a Milani? Let me see. Oh yeah, the Milani Luster Light. Just blending that out, and then I'm going to top off my lash line with some mascara. Alright, now we're going to set the face, so take your favorite setting mist and just douse your face all over. Let it sit, and then once it's almost dry, you're going to take a sponge and pack all over the face, and this is going to melt all the products together and really make the skin look more skin-like. Next, we're going to go in with highlight and taking the Glam Glow Illuminating Moisturizer. And this is a very cool trick. So I basically blend it on the sponge on my hand first, then I blend it onto my cheek. And you guys, look at that natural glow. It's so beautiful. When I first tried this, I thought it was going to mess up my makeup. But as you can see, like if you take a little bit and blend it onto your skin, it just adds the most beautiful glow to the look. side, I'm using this highlighter I don't want to recommend to you guys because the owner is trash. So I'm just using it because I don't like to waste products. But just use any gold highlighter that you love, and you want to take a little on a fluffy brush and just slowly blend it. So start with a little, and as you can see, it enhances the highlighter so much more. It adds a very beautiful, just like, it just makes your skin look so freaking amazing. And this is how you look glowy. This is the glowy trick. Next, take a stippling brush with no product and just go over the edges of that highlight so it doesn't look like a stamp. You want it to all look seamless. And then you're going to take Centerfold, which is a bright coral color, and I'm topping that as my blush. Now I'm going to take my powder brush and just sweep all over the face, and this is just to help all the products to blend together. I think you guys can see a pattern of using minimal products. You want to use little by little. And now I'm taking this oil control mattifying mist and spraying the whole face because it's summertime. And then once that sets, if the center of your face is still kind of shiny or moist, take a little bit of powder on a sponge and simply go over the T-zone. That way the T-zone of your face is matte, but as you can see, the highlight on your cheek is still glowy. So it still looks like you're glowy, but you're not a grease ball. For lips, I'm taking the NYX lip liner in the shade London, and I'm gonna line my lips with it basically all over as if it was a lipstick. And I'm not doing gloss because the skin and the eyes are so glowy. I feel like it's a perfect balance. And this is the final look! Look how bomb, you guys. You can't tell me this looks like a freaking professional Kardashian makeup artist did it. Anyways, subscribe to my channel, you guys. Click the notification bell. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!